Welcome back.
Welcome to We
Don't Know Anything.
A podcast
As
where
we're
two
people in love don't know shit. This is episode
19.
Oh my gosh, we're almost a big 2-0, baby.
You know what that means.
What does that mean? You have to wait and see, baby.
Yeah, you'll have to see next time. So last week we talked about dreams. Did you end up remembering what you wanted to talk about with dreams?
I feel like I had a correction, but I can't remember.
No, you had like a dream right after the episode and you were
that I do remember.
Okay.
We were talking about like vivid dreams and I couldn't think of any, but like right after the episode I had a dream. So we've been watching The Last of Us, which is like, if for those of you who don't know, it's like a zombie.
You're living under a rock, sweetie.
Yeah, it's a zombie infection show and it's insane. And I had a dream that it was a zombie apocalypse, not fungus, like in. That's not a spoiler alert, right? You learned that in the.
Yeah, no.
You learned that right away.
That's
not a spoiler. That's not a spoiler. But it was a zombie apocalypse, and we had to go into town to get provisions on horseback. And her dad, she might have been in it, but I know her dad was in it, which is hilarious. Sense. Yeah.
He should be in it with me.
And everything was going well, and we like went into town and we got what we needed. And on the way back. You know, we're trying to be quiet as possible, but on the way back, we got attacked by zombie dogs.
Oh.
And, you know, it's like you have this, I remember even in my dream, you have this moral dilemma because, like, you don't want to kill the dog, but it's like either take the dog out or
be killed
or be turned into a zombie. So I had a gun and I had to shoot the dogs. It was kind of an intense dream.
I'd say.
Yeah. So that was a pretty vivid dream, and then I woke up and I was all bummed.
I'm just chasing bunnies, and you're
yeah,
like,
I'm shooting
dogs.
Zombie dogs. So that was my dream I remembered.
Wow.
Well, it's like kill or be killed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We've also started sleeping with eye masks. I don't think we talked about this in the last episode.
I don't think so.
So I got an eye mask, but it was a pack of 3, and it's one of those where it's like super dark, but it has like a hole. Like it's padded and it has a hole
raised
for your eyes. Not a hole, but you know, like, yeah.
It's raised, so you don't have the fabric.
An eye gully.
Yeah. It's a little eye gully. You don't have your fabric on your eyes. It's nice. It's like raised a little bit.
So it's really dark. Like I've been in moments where I open my eyes and I'm like, are my eyes open or are they closed?
It's pitch black.
It's so dark.
It's pitch black.
And sleeping in them literally will knock you out like so intensely. We've been sleeping. Last night we slept with 4 dogs and a cat in the bed, and then Rue was on the floor. And they're obviously like, one dog gets up, one dog gets down,
oh my gosh,
whatever.
Nonstop.
But like having the eye mask on, I feel like helped me sleep so much better.
Yeah.
Because like the second I would put it on, I would like pass out. Honestly, like moms should try eye masks with newborns.
Moms, yeah, that's true. It is insane, but it's dangerous. I was telling Elyse because like, then you don't see the natural light coming in. Because I feel like in the mornings, even if you're sleeping, it's like your body's like kind of like acclimating to that natural light.
Totally.
So when you don't have it and it's just pitch black, you wake up and you're like, oh. It's like you gotta be prepared to like be sleeping hard. You know, it's really cool. I was reading last night and I have my little light with the book, and when Elyse puts that on.
Can't see it.
It doesn't matter to her at all.
Yeah. I do wake up with bags under my eyes when I wear it because it's just like I'm in such a deep sleep that I'm still like, tired.
But then you do your face yoga.
Yeah. And then I'm good to go. Rocking it.
She does this awesome thing. I've only done it like twice. I should do it more, where it's like different like facial massages, right?
Yeah. You start with no oil on your face and it's like releasing muscle tension. Then you go into the face yoga where it's like different stretches for your face and eyes. Then it's massage. You do like a lymphatic pump. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's only 10 minutes.
It's really nice and it's like you're massaging your face, which is your face, which is like, how often does that happen? You know? And it's like, you have so much like lymphatic things, right? Don't you have like lymphatic fluids up there?
I mean, the main point of it is to like not have to get Botox.
There you go.
Which I'm still holding out, y'all. Still holding out for that.
You heard it here first, folks. Well, I can't talk. Oof. You heard it here first, folks.
So,
all right, another late night.
We are talking about
social media.
Is it beneficial? Is it evil. We're going to dive into it.
Let's dive.
So what is social media?
What is it?
I didn't even look up a definition. I didn't want a definition. Social media is basically an online platform that allows you to connect with other people.
That was a great description.
Who needs Webster? I got you. And I feel like what it started as, which we'll give a whole history of it, but was truly just a way to connect people. What it became was something so different, and the branches that people shot off in so many different ways of video connection versus photos or just words or books you've read, movies you've watched. Like there's truly endless.
Yeah. And there's the next, we didn't even talk about the next door app. Like it's connecting you in local areas. There's all different like offshoots of like, socially driven platforms.
Well, even dating. We didn't even do that.
Dating apps.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. And it's like, you could talk about this for forever. The like toxic roads that people can go down in social media, but then all the benefits of it. Let's dive into that. It's pretty fascinating. Let's dive.
So the benefits of social media, I always come back to this one. When I was in my senior year of high school, we had a French exchange student. I don't know if I've talked about this, maybe. Quentin. He stayed with us.
You've talked about him. You loved him.
Yeah, I loved him. And it was our way in high school to connect with these French kids and stay in communication with them. So
was it Facebook?
No, it wasn't Facebook yet, because Facebook was just in college at that point. But and I don't even think we connected on MySpace. But as soon as we, like in the next year when we got Facebook, that's when it opened up the door to connect with them more.
Like big time.
And people at events that you go to from around the world, or like you're traveling, like we met a bunch of people in Egypt and followed them on Facebook, and it's like just a way to like definitely stay connected with people for sure. However, I mean, well, even like people from high school, you like know what they're up to,
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I mean, we're dating ourselves, but like, yeah, Facebook had just launched when I was like graduating, because I remember my cousin Lindsay was like, you should get Facebook so you can connect with like your college friends. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So this is 2008. But yeah, it's funny to see that like most of the high school friends that you haven't stayed in touch with, you only like know where they're at on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what their Instagram handles are.
Oh, true.
Yeah. And it's so funny. Not all the time, but a lot of times you'll see younger people. Like, I'll see my younger cousins who have like thousands of followers on Instagram. And most of them don't even have Facebook. And I remember it being like, why do they have so many damn followers? And it's like, because everyone in school has Instagram nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, they grew up with Instagram.
Right. So it's like
now Instagram's like the uncool platform for them.
Right. Now it's
TikTok.
Now it's TikTok and Snapchat. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves, but because isn't Snapchat making a big comeback with like super young? I haven't Snapchatted for like years.
Yeah. I got one when it first got hot.
It was fun. It is fun.
Yeah. I think obviously there are so many negatives to social media. It literally like takes over your entire day. It distracts people. It makes you fucking mindless. You're just scrolling. It's not good for your eyes. Your eyes are just going up and down versus like seeing the world. People only do things to post about it.
Right.
Online bullying is massive with kids these days. Not even kids these days. I mean, celebrities get like slaughtered online from different things, different platforms.
Yeah, I mean, it can attribute to like deteriorating mental health. The classic thing where you're comparing yourself to other people when in reality
confidence low.
Yeah, and when in reality the person you think whose life is better than yours, it's just a facade, and they're in the same boat, and it's just this crazy cycle.
I know a lot of people. You meet like these influencers a lot of the time, and they have like zero social skills, but they're like blossoming online. It's like they don't even know how to talk to face. It's just, I mean, eye contact has gone way down. People like don't even know how to speak to people in real life. It's
so true.
I'd say more cons than pros for social. I'm going to be honest with you. I have social media. I use it constantly. I recently set a 15-minute timer on my social media platform. So like anytime after 15 minutes, I feel guilty about it. And I really think that it's helped me. It's been like a week now, I want to say, that I've done this or more. And it just feels like better because I was spending, I mean, every Sunday, you know, your phone gives you that, like, you've spent this much time on your phone this week.
I don't even want to look at it.
And it went up to like 5 hours a week. And it's like most of that's definitely social media. I'm not
for sure
emailing a bunch of people back for 5 hours a day.
You're definitely not on Duolingo 5 hours a week.
100%. Doing that as minimally as I can. So I just think it's not helping people develop or grow. And it's holding people back from a lot of things, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's the power it holds is its very curse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty because there's so what?
That's well said. Kind of like piratey almost, but it's good.
Its power it holds. It's its very curse. There's so many. But back to the pros, there are so many good things, and you can like learn so many things. And there's funny stuff, and there's inspiring stuff. And if you can create that, I struggle with it as like a creator and a musician. If you, comparing myself, etc. If you can create that mental block where A, you're not consuming it like an addict, B, you're not comparing yourself, it can be fulfilling. Mm-hmm. And so helpful if you use it as a promotional thing. Well, come on, of course. That's like the main thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the only place Elyse posts, the only place you can find out about Elyse's yoga schedule, Instagram, or pretty much Instagram, right? Or TikTok?
No, yeah.
Not even.
Instagram and my website.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, that's why I would never get rid of it. I have too much to lose if I were to get rid of my social media in that way.
And there's like when I first moved to Tampa, first thing I did, look into the music scene and start following people that I want to like try to network with. And it paid off, so there's so many tools you can use it as long as you're not like letting it destroy you.
That's a good point. And also like to your point, when you go somewhere, I feel like I almost get better recommendations for Portugal or for it's like the place. Tampa, like you learn about so many more places than just Googling like, oh, what's a cool place in Tampa,
Yeah.
Like the influencers do have some sort of cool underground knowledge that you can't get from Google.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and it seems like there's an influencer for every niche too. There's like the Disney people that tell you the hacks for going to like Disney World, totally. And then international travelers and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yada.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're all on it. I don't see us all getting off it. I have some friends that are off it and more power to them. Like I know in the beginning it's probably hard, but that's dope. I don't know. All right. History of social media. So in 1997, there was 6 degrees, which comes from the theory that everyone in the world, you are at most 6 degrees away from them. So if you haven't heard of this theory, basically like Kanye West, I could get to if I bounced through 6 people and then I would get to him kind of thing. Like I know someone who knows his cousin who knows. I don't know. I went with Kanye West. I don't have any.
Yeah. Do you want to know him?
Any want to know that man?
Do you want to get to know Kanye?
But I could if I wanted to. 6 degrees. So they called the social media site 6 Degrees. It was where users created profiles and connected with friends. It had 3.5 million users, which for back then was like a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the whole like homepage was like there would be a question of the day and like a trivia question. Like it almost looked, it was like really busy and messy, but it was like a whole page full
like
of
early web pages.
Yeah.
If you know about 6 Degrees, please comment below because I never heard about it before tonight.
Yeah. Well, 1997, you were only 7.
Little youngster. I wonder if our parents knew about it.
No.
Probably not.
It had to have been for like people.
It was like teens and
Yeah.
But then fast forward.
Then same year, fast forward to the same year. AOL Instant Messenger or AIM.
Now we're talking, baby.
This was the cornerstone of the online identity and of people having an online identity and social interaction for many. You would have a screen name. What was yours?
Legendary. The most legendary name in Schuylkill County. Nice Little Man 90.
Nice Little Man 90.
What
obviously.
were you?
I started with KTTN Kitten Elyse Leren Rousseau. And then I went to Elyse all the way because I was like, how do I make one that's like Elyse 100% or like I'm authentically me, which back in that time I didn't even know who I was, but I really wanted to go for that.
That's forward thinking though. You were ahead of your time.
But then I was like Elyse all the way, but then I was like, does it make it feel like I go all the way?
Oh,
like I'm a sloot.
Did the gentleman think it?
I probably didn't even have a kiss back then, but
wow. Okay. So then it was choice A.
Elyse all the way, yeah. And I had that as my email, even like when we met, I still had that
Elyse all the way
email.
at AOL?
AIM.
At AIM.com?
Mm-hmm.
Email Elyse with questions.
I finally shut it down.
Oh my gosh. Talk about the memes. I remember being down in our like, me and my siblings shared a computer down in the basement. We had like a closet that when you open it up, you know, there was like a counter. It was cool. It was like a little art zone. That we had the computer and we would like play games there, but we also had AIM. And, you know, me and especially my brother and then later my sister, we all did it. So we would have to like have set time. You did that with your sister, right?
Yeah.
You had
to go back and
designated times because you like, you know, everyone wanted to do it. And I remember like talking to all the girls and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. Huh?
I remember logging on and having like probably 7 people that I followed. And you remember it was like a door opened when they came on.
Yeah, it was like,
the sound of a door opening and then a door closing when they signed off.
Oh my gosh.
You would just like pray that the guy that you liked was online. You just be like, hey.
Yeah.
What's up?
One time, I'll never forget this. There was a girl, I think it was a girl, or it might have been a guy. I don't know who the person was, because you know, it's like a random screen name, and they were like, do you know who I am? And I was like, no, who are you? And they're like, I'm in some of your classes. And I was like, okay, who are you? Are you so-and-so? I was like guessing. And they're like, no, like you don't know who I am. And being all like dramatic about it. Like they're in like some like teen movie. And I was like, just tell me who you are. And this person never told me who they were and was like doing this like bullshit sob story. Like, you don't even like look my direction or shit like that. Yeah. I think it was a person that had a crush on me. But it's just like, where's this going? Is this just like for your personal bullshit movie?
It's like Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Well, if you are watching this podcast episode,
tell me
below.
Yeah. I wanted to be nice.
Still haunting him.
I felt bad. And it's just like, I can only feel bad to a certain extent if I don't know who the hell you are.
They did exactly what they wanted to. You're still thinking about them.
I know, 30
years later.
You don't know who I am. That's like, cry me a river, shithead.
Ooh.
Just kidding. Hope you're living a good life.
You also had chat rooms back then, which were like dangeroso. You would literally get lured into a chat room. I mean, that was always the story, right? Like if you go in a chat room, an old man is going to be in there and they're going to steal you.
Pose as a kid and be like, let's meet up.
But you could do like a chat room about like Star Wars, and it would just be anyone in the world that wanted to talk about these things.
It'd be like Sith Lord 69. And
I remember being so scared to go in chat rooms. I like clicked on it once and was like, and like had to get out immediately, and it wasn't even bad, but I was so scared.
Someone immediately sends you a dick pic.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that.
Oh no.
And then you could send messages to people that had an away status. Remember? So you could set your away, and it was usually like lyrics to like song or like
some emo song.
Yeah. Or like BRB.
Yeah.
With like a bunch of asterisks.
I'm trying to think. Do you remember any of your away messages?
No.
I forget what
it was probably like.
It was probably like lyrics to like
a day to remember or like.
Yeah. Taking Back Sunday. Oh, you didn't really like
No, I didn't really do that.
Who did you like? Under Oath?
Under Oath, yeah.
Nice.
It was like, I'll be just fine pretending I'm not.
Oh, the
Back in
use.
5.
Nice. Very good. It's so funny to talk about this because, like, you know, there's so many young people that just like have never lived that life, and I feel bad for them. Oh, if you want to know what it's like, watch Y2K. You don't even have to watch the whole thing. It's a new movie that was written and directed by Kyle Mooney from SNL. It's an okay movie, but the first scene is them messaging on AIM because it takes place in 1999, and it's like I was getting such nostalgia watching it.
That's
so.
Awesome.
Youngins, if you want to know what we're talking about, watch the first scene.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, I do kind of miss that. That was always fun.
Oh, it's so fun. And you would get like chills when you're like talking to like someone you like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good times.
Then in 2002, LinkedIn and Friendster came out. So LinkedIn is aimed to connect users.
Share content.
No, sorry. LinkedIn is a business-oriented social media. Obviously, it still exists today. If you don't have one, they recommend you have one. I don't know. I never go on mine. Whenever I do, it's people being like, "Hey, Elyse, like, want to connect?" And I'm like, "I guess. I don't know who you are."
I never had one, and sometimes I'm like, "Shoot, should I have one?"
I don't. They say you should.
Did you get any opportunities from LinkedIn throughout your life?
I've had conversations started for an opportunity before, but like it didn't go anywhere.
I think some people I think it depends on like the business you're in. Because I think some people really go hard with it.
I mean, my dad, I think, connects with a lot of people.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
He has a LinkedIn?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
He was a CEO.
Yeah, of course.
You gotta be.
That's true. That's true.
It didn't happen if you aren't on LinkedIn.
Dennis Rousseau has a LinkedIn, a YouTube that kills it, and then a Twitter that...
He has a Twitter?
I don't think he's touched it for like 2 years. But yeah, he has a Twitter.
My dad is literally YouTube famous. It's crazy. Shout out, Dad.
He's got like 6,700 subscribers and counting. He's killing it. We can only aspire to have a channel like his.
One day. And then Friendster it was made by Justin Timberlake, right?
Did he? No. Or like the guy he played?
Yeah, I was kidding.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Good joke. Sorry, babe.
Thank you. If you've seen the Social Network movie, Justin Timberlake plays the guy.
The guy who played, yeah.
He likes cocaine in the movie. Friendster is aimed to connect users and share content that evolved to a social gaming site and then ceased in 2018. But it looks like maybe it's back now. I didn't really click on it.
Are you back?
But from what it seems from the Social Network movie, it was created and did all right. And then, Facebook started to come out, MySpace started to come out right after, and then it's kind of like dead after that. Because literally a year later, MySpace came out, and obviously MySpace took over everything.
Well, didn't the dude who started or co-founded Friendster, in the movie, he pivots to help Zucky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't put my... Comment below. What's the name of the guy that Justin Timberlake plays? I guess we could just look it up.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So then in 2003, MySpace hit the scene.
Yes.
They had 100 million users, which is just like obviously so epic for that time. It was made by Chris DeWolf and Tom Anderson, which, fun fact, if you're someone who never had a MySpace, you always had one friend when you started your account, and it was Tom. And it said Tom. It didn't say his last name.
I thought it was Tom from MySpace. Or is it just Tom?
I think people started calling him Tom from
yeah, but it's just
MySpace.
Tom.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And it was like this terrible picture of a guy like at a desk.
Yeah, just like this.
Yeah, like looking over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And everyone was friends with Tom. And I don't even know, like, what's Tom doing these days?
I looked it up.
Oh.
Tom sold the company. I don't know. I don't know if he was a sole owner or CEO at the end, but I just looked it up like quickly. He sold the company in like the mid 2000s, like 2009, and like retired. And now he's like a photographer. Like, I think he sells his work, but he obviously doesn't like need to sell it. He just does it for fun. And he's like an outdoorsman and he has some hobbies and I think he invests. I think he's like killing it.
What a dream.
Yeah, I think he's just killing it.
You start on social and then you just never look at a computer screen again.
He's on Instagram. You could find him. And I think his photography is legit.
Wow.
Like he's like a professional photographer.
Good for Tom.
Good for Tom. I liked, Elyse wrote highly customizable profiles and I was going to talk on that. I think it was one of the first times where it was like the level of customizability. What's the word there? Customization. I like customizability.
I do too.
The level of customization was kind of like one of the like forefathers of like these user-friendly websites now, like Squarespace and Wix. Because remember, you could do like the color scheme, the font, the layout, the pictures. It was literally everything.
You could have everything like stars falling on your page.
Yeah, you could have animations.
Cursors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and that was also got us all into coding back then when we didn't even know what coding was.
Exactly.
You would copy a background from a website, paste it, and then you'd have to go in and like figure out like if you didn't want it to say sponsored by this person, you take it out or change the colors. Coder. Yeah. That's like the only time in my life I ever did that.
Kudos to them because it was like kind of some low key web design way back in the day. And also it was, I'm not positive, don't quote me on this, but I think it was the first social thing to really help the sharing of music. That's where Skrillex's
with an emphasis on music. Yeah.
That's where Skrillex's Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites got discovered, and he blew up from MySpace.
Yeah.
The rest was history.
Yeah, it was huge for bands.
A bunch of artists. I had my first songs on there, like my shit ass songs when I was just Optic Nerd, like the solo artist before I teamed up with Chris Scott. Shout out. Yeah, I wonder if it's somewhere deep in. I feel like I never actually shut it down. I should go look for it.
Remember there was Top 8?
What's that?
So on your profile, you would have like your best friends would be your top 8. I always hated that shit.
Why?
And now I feel like on your phone where you have like all of your messages and you can pin people at the top, I feel like that's back to being because if you weren't in it, you felt like shit.
Oh.
And then you'd see that you were on it and it'd be like, oh, hell yeah, I'm on it. So then you would put them on it, but then they might move you down the row.
Oh, you could do it manually? I thought it was just automatic based off of who you talk to.
No, you picked it.
So it created some competition.
Always.
That was the start of mental health decline. Feeling like 100%. Shit because...
Yeah, literally. Or like if you got a boyfriend, but like you shouldn't put him before your best friend, but like do you?
Yeah, like do you love him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a whole thing. So then in 2004, we have Flickr. All of these like skip the ER. It's just R.
Yeah.
Flickr.
It's cool. It's chill.
It's similar to Pinterest with photos for blogs, etc.
And I think you didn't mention that, but isn't Photobucket like the same thing?
Yeah.
Excuse me. It was like photo sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Like not as extensive as Facebook, but like kind of the start of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have 2004.
Big Dog Zuck Boy.
Facebook. So Mark Zuckerberg, we all know him, that little loser. Mark Zuckerberg started it in college. It had to be a college profile at first. So you had to, I remember when I went to join Facebook, it was right before I started college and I had to be approved by someone at the college to prove that I was in college to use it. Like you couldn't just make a profile.
That's crazy. I must have had the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was strictly college for the first few years, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it was a way to connect people in college because Mark Zuckerberg was in Harvard and like, well, at first in the movie, it's like more like a girl like rating app and then it switches to like a connection app. And so, that was like where I met my roommate was on there. And then I met all of my like girlfriends on there. Like I remember friending a bunch of people before I even went. And it's funny because like one of my best friends now, Megan, I was friends with before I went to college, and we were like, oh, you're going, like, me too. Like, just like very
Cute.
like basic conversation. And then I ended up meeting her there separately, and then we were already friends. And
Oh, you didn't put two and two together
no.
until later?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember those days. Facebook was obviously way more limited. But because of that, it was only young kids and I guess some young adults all in college. So it was like the Wild West on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Like your statuses, like I remember some of my statuses were like very outlandish. Mm-hmm. Because your family members aren't on it. You're not friends with your grandma.
Yeah.
It's just homies.
And it'd be like, how are you feeling? And you'd be like, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's just so dramatic.
Yeah, Chris Kimmel is feeling like a piece of shit, like stupid stuff like that. And yeah, it obviously evolved it must have been while we were in school.
Yeah.
To like open up to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at first it was like, oh, don't friend your parents and like your family members.
Yeah.
But then later it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And fast forward, now it's like, that is the social media platform for like the older generation.
Parents, yeah. Totally.
Like Elyse's mom is super active on there, and she, rightfully so, she doesn't seek out our videos on YouTube because she's like not on YouTube. So we post them to Facebook so she
for
can watch
the older
them.
demographic.
Shout out Robin. Hi, Robin. But yeah, the older demographic really thrives on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I used to slam on Facebook during the Optic Nerd days, but not as much.
Yeah. It's just not as fun, and it's like they never really like elevated the experience. They kind of just kept it the way that it was, and it's like, okay, well.
I love Facebook Marketplace though. We've sold quite a few things.
Facebook Marketplace, good job. Yeah,
and groups can be pretty cool here and there, and events. Yeah. They have cool stuff, and I like that it's more like you can post active links in Facebook. You can't do that in
That's true.
In Instagram, which is so annoying.
That's weird, yeah.
You still can't do that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
There are 3 billion users on Facebook also, just a side note, which I think is so crazy.
It's insanity. I'm not trying to badmouth Facebook. There's a lot of benefits to it. But the facts are that it's like there's definitely an obvious generational difference, right?
Then we have 2005 YouTube. I can't believe that there was a time without YouTube. I feel like I only remember a time with YouTube. But the founder, Jawed Karim uploaded the first video ever. It was a 19-second grainy video, me at the zoo, which you can look up and watch now.
It's hilarious.
And he's literally talking about like elephant trunks and how they're weird. And that's like it. But yeah, then they like ended up with YouTube TV, which is how we watch our sports. They have just like so many different things now through YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's
channel.
Like, it's a juggernaut in the media realm these days. Literally has contracts with the NFL and other, I think, other major league sports.
I'm sure.
It's serious these days, of course.
Yeah.
I love YouTube. I get in like the more we do stuff, and I have my own channel. Check out Slex Allen on YouTube.
I have my own, Elyse Leren Yoga.
Yeah, Elyse has classes. I have like DJ
They're very
tutorials.
Old, but I have.
They're great though. They still hold up. There's so much, and that's where you can learn so much stuff. People say YouTube University.
Okay, so then in 2006 we have Twitter. This was by Jack Dorsey, Noah Glass, Biz Stone, and Evan Williams.
Is it Biz?
I'm not sure if it's Biz. Autocorrect always, but maybe.
Is it Biz? Is it Liz?
Mr. Stone.
Or Mrs.?
No, I didn't see any women on any of these, which is just fucked.
If your name is Biz Stone, that's sick.
That's a sick name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Twitter obviously was just, in the beginning, it was just words, and it limited, 200 characters or something?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was like based on, which I appreciate. It's based on like high volume and like brief thoughts, which I think is really cool. It's like the top users, I'm sure, have like hundreds of thousands of tweets.
And it was like very quick. It was like all throughout the day. I feel like Facebook was more like, here's my big post or here's my status.
Yeah.
But this was like every thought all day long that you have, you would just like update on Twitter.
That's true. Yeah.
Celebrity. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, it's like a play-by-play. You can like people would do it during events, like during like the VMAs or like whatever, during football games. It's very like it's more based off of like fleeting thoughts. You know what I mean? Which is kind of cool.
Yeah. And this was a way, I think, for the first time ever, really, that celebrities, because on Facebook they would have like a page, but it was like almost like, you know, a Wikipedia page kind of thing. It wasn't like a profile. On Twitter, like they had their own profiles where they might retweet your tweet, or they might connect with you on there. So it was like the first time I feel like people could connect with celebrities, which was big at the time also.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, because they could retweet and comment. And it's just this like ongoing kind of page.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Twitter obviously was huge, but like during Arab Spring in 2011, it was used to post updates. Obama announced his first win on Twitter. So it became this also way of like kind of giving people news before the news even had posted or, you know, reported on something.
Instant updates. And I think this was like, sorry.
Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Twitter was like one of the like, it like really started making social media legitimate sources for news.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, obviously there's like whack shit on any of the social media sources, but I think it still is like a super important news source, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was obviously a bunch of drama with like Trump, where they said he was spewing false facts, and then he called them out for having connections with Russia.
Yes.
Then they banned him over the Capitol riots, the comments he was making. And I think all of this kind of led to, in 2022, Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Which I read that he like tried to like take it back, but he had already like signed off on it. So they were like, no, you can't take it back. You own this now.
Like he took it back. Like he was like, I want to pay less, or he just didn't want to do it.
He's like, never mind. And they were like, no, you said you were going to do this. And he's
they're like, no. We want that.
Could you imagine having so much money that it does $44 billion means nothing to you?
Well, the fact that he tried to take it back, I wonder if he was like, oh, wait, do I have that much money? I mean, obviously he'll be fine.
And then obviously he called it X. So now it's X, but you still tweet on X, I think.
Which is so annoying that he had to. I mean, I guess it under new. He's
naming it after his son.
Yeah. X beep boop bop X. I guess in his defense, it's like new ownership, maybe a rebranding. But X, dude, how cuck are you? That like. It's just like the letter X. Like, not only is that whack for social media, for search engine optimization, it's like so not original. I don't know. It's just silly.
It's silly.
Don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Twitter obviously is also kind of like dying now. Obviously it's still like bustling with the people that use it, but it's not at all like kids these days aren't signing up for a Twitter account.
Yeah, I've never been a big Twitter guy. Sometimes I'll just pop in, especially whenever I open the iPad. Like at night, sometimes we'll watch movies on the iPad, and I still get notifications for Twitter. And I'll be like, ooh, what's going on with like John's Summit? Some people still pop off on it, like celebs, but you were never really into it, right?
I never had an account.
Oh, you don't even have one?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Not for everyone. Anyways, what else we got?
2007, there was Tumblr, which again, no E, just R at the end, aimed to provide a simple and free-form blogging alternative to existing platforms. This included sharing images and GIFs. Yeah,
I liked the like open kind of, and that similar to MySpace, Tumblr was 100% customizable.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like my first like website that I like when I took a web design class in college, my first website was a Tumblr. And it's like this hybrid between like a website and blog and like social media feed. It's honestly pretty cool. Is it still a thing?
I don't know. Probably.
I have no idea. I don't have a Tumblr anymore. But Yeah, shout out
I never had
Tumblr.
a
They did
Tumblr.
they were doing some cool
think.
stuff. Tumblr gets like a little unhinged. I don't think it was like super regulated. So there's like a lot of like wild things on there, you know?
Yeah.
So hope you guys are doing good, Tumblr.
Then in 2009, Chat Roulette surfaced. This was very interesting, created by a 17-year-old Russian boy who created it in 2 days and 2 nights.
Oh, dramatic.
And it paired users, or no, it's still a thing. Pairs random users from around the world. So I remember in high school, this was like the big thing. And you would log on and it literally like shuffles and then like opens up and you're just face to face with a stranger. The problem with this is like 85% of the time you open up to a penis.
There's like a dude on the other end that's just like waiting with his thing out.
Yeah.
That is messed up.
To like your grandmothers that might be watching this or my parents that might be watching this, I never received a penis video.
But there's a risk.
I only went on it once and I was so scared the whole time. But I got like this random person and then it was like, I don't want to talk to a random person actually. So then I was with like my friends and we were like giggling and then we got off of it.
What did you say to this person?
I don't remember anything. I just remember like being so nervous it was good. And then you can like literally like click the shuffle again and it just like closes that video and brings up somebody else. So you can like literally talk to people from around the world.
I mean, it's still a thing, and I'll see like, because you know people record the videos and they'll post them on like TikTok and stuff. I've seen like videos of Chat Roulette, and it just seems like unhinged.
Yeah.
People will like Elyse said, they'll have their things out. People will say like slurs. People will be mean. Obviously, there's funny stuff too, but it's just, I think it's a good idea, but it's ultimately just like nonsense.
Oh, it's such a cool idea. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
If people wouldn't be so like lame about it, because to meet somebody in like Paris and you like end up
Like,
making
what are you
a
up to?
friend,
Yeah.
like that would be great. But
Wow, this Russian boy was an absolute genius, though.
yeah, oh yeah. Then we have Pinterest, which came out in 2010. Pinterest is one of the fastest growing social networks ever.
Wow.
Ben Silberman and Evan Sharp and Paul Sciarra.
Yeah.
It was meant to replace paper catalogs with a digital version. So if you don't have a Pinterest, you can literally look up anything like bathroom ideas and it comes up with just like a page of photos. And then if you click on the photo, there's an article that links you to maybe a third-party source website or whatever. But I love Pinterest.
Pinterest is sick. You can make vision boards. You can make boards to get inspo. Like when I'm trying to like design like the artwork for my next single, I'll go and search like kind of the idea that I want and then just like make a board of like all different ideas. It is so sick.
Yeah.
I don't
And
go
it's
on
like-
that much, but it's fun.
And it's nice.
It's
And, like,
nice. It's
you
just like
do have friends on there, but you don't really like talk to them much.
it's social, but like barely. Like
Yeah.
we've shared boards before, but like not really.
Yeah.
I just do it for my own thing. I do like private boards because I don't want people to know that I'm like the type of inspo I'm searching for.
Yeah. Or like hairstyles or
Yeah,
like
oh, yeah.
outfits.
Outfits.
Or whatever, yeah.
Do you have boards?
I have boards. Of course.
Nice. Of course.
Of course I have boards. I had board for like our wedding, like things like that.
Yeah.
Like aesthetics.
I was literally just looking at boards for the last artwork because the my music video, The Mall, you should check out. It's like kind of 90s nostalgia. So for artwork, I was looking up like 90s font and stuff like
cool.
that.
Yeah.
And by the way,
that.
you probably can't hear it, but we can. Our little furry nephew Beamer is crying at the door and he's squeaking. He's a little tiny guy.
It's very cute.
He's very cute.
Then in 2010, we have our friend Instagram, IG, came out by Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger. And it was just a photography app, which they got the name Instagram from Instant Camera and Telegram,
There you go.
which I thought was very cool.
Nice, babe. Great fact.
Yeah, they reached 1 million users in 2 months, which was like more than any of them had reached in such a quick time.
It's unbelievable.
Usually it took like 6 years or something. And then they were acquired by Facebook in April of 2012 for $1 billion. And now they have 2 billion monthly users.
Wow, they should have held out.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, 1 billion's a lot of dollars.
It is a lot of dollars, yeah. Instagram is definitely my favorite one. I obviously like the timing. It just makes sense because Facebook started right before me. You know, MySpace kind of fell off. Instagram, I think, is just like, I love Reels. I love photos. I love the layout of it. Your profile is nice looking. Like, it just feels nice.
It speaks to me. Yeah, Instagram absolutely slaps. I remember I was telling you this, I went to music school and I was in a music marketing class and we were talking about like techniques of how to promote your music. And I remember my professor's like, there's like a new platform that just came out and it's a great way for artists to connect with fans by sharing your photos. And I remember first time I heard Instagram, and I remember being like, oh, what is this shit? I remember rolling my eyes because it's like, oh, there's another one. Duh. But then, fast forward, it's like insane.
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget it's integrated with Facebook, but that's honestly also cool because when you do posts, you can just link it, which is like, kind of lazy. And like they say that you should have unique posts per social media platform that's like catered to that. But like, I don't have time for that.
I also feel like Facebook like plateaued. I don't think that, of course, they've added new features to it since the beginning, but Facebook as a whole has not become this like epic thing that changes as the times change. And I feel like since Instagram was bought by Facebook, it's kind of the same thing. Like there hasn't been this epic addition to what Instagram is. In a way.
Yeah.
Obviously, like they added Reels once like TikTok came out, then they added the Reels section. And I'm obviously older, so I watch Reels over TikTok, but
Reels are great.
It's funny because I too was in college and had Facebook and was like religious on Facebook, saw Instagram came out, was like, absolutely not. I was so against it. And then my senior year of college, I started an Instagram. And posted like, obviously all the pictures are so grainy. I'm drunk in all of them, like terrible pictures, but it was just like fun times with friends.
Oh yeah, horrible pictures. I had so many like, and then like dumb. It was like less. There, I mean, because now we're like you're cultivating a brand, but back then you're just screwing around,
Yeah,
those were the days.
Totally. And then 2013 was Snapchat. This is by Evan Spiegel, Reggie Brown, and Bobby Murphy.
Shout out.
The core concept was for quick content, like short-lasting content aimed to encourage spontaneous and authentic communication.
AKA a lot of dong pics.
Also, a lot of dong pics. Usually, for those of you that haven't had a Snapchat or what it used to be when I had one, which was literally in 2013, you would send someone a picture, you would open the picture, and then it would go away within like 10 seconds or something, and then you could never reopen it. So the cool thing was that like if you were drunk and sent something you didn't want to, it's not like someone could hold on to it, but you could Snapchat or snap.
You can screenshot it.
Screenshot it, but then they could see that you screenshotted it, and then it makes you a creep. So
that's an interesting little feature that you can see that people screenshot it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fleeting aspect of that where it just disappears is kind of fun.
It's fun. It what's interesting is I feel like it was real hot, died off a little bit, and then in 2016 they started the Snap Streaks, which, as we know, streaks help any app. We are like locked into Duolingo because of streaks.
Oh yeah. Well, your sis. Not anymore, but Brie was like heavy into streaks.
No, she still does it, I think.
But she broke her streak. Didn't she have like over 1,000-day streak or something? Something absolutely insane.
But like if Chris and I keep sending each other pictures every single day, it keeps adding. So then people are locked in because they're like, I don't want to lose this streak with this person for 150 days. We got to keep going.
Oh, it has to be a streak with specific people.
It's you have a streak with every person or whoever.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just check the time.
Yeah,
I forgot that it's like I thought it was just like you just every day you post, but no, it's like you have specific streaks with people.
But then people get lazy and they'll take a picture of like this and then send it and say like, "What you doing?" It's like
that's no
just
fun.
text each other. Stop doing this.
Keep the streak, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not on Snapchat. I remember one time I was walking in Denver I was crossing a street and like the catcalling in Denver, this is a public service announcement. It needs to stop.
It's
okay?
gotta stop.
It's so obnoxious to be a woman in most places by yourself. But in Denver specifically, like every time I was alone, I would get some sort of obnoxious cat call,
hey, mama,
a whistle, something like that. And I remember I wasn't crossing the street. I was in my car and pulled up next to another car. And they were yelling at me through the window and they were like, "Hey, like you got a Snapchat?" And I was thinking, I started laughing because it's like, I'm too old for Snapchat. No, I don't have a freaking Snapchat.
Yeah. No thanks, dude. And I wouldn't give it to you if I had one.
Also that. Yeah. Let me give it to you real quick. Like what?
You got a Snapchat, mama?
Anyways, Snapchat's for the youngins. They still love it, which is great for them. Then in 2017, we have TikTok.
Uh-oh.
This is a very interesting fact. So TikTok became the merger of Musical.ly or musical.ly, which was from 2014. It was an app that focused on short form lip syncing videos, which we see on TikTok
all the time.
And the 2016 app Douyin, Douyin, which was an app that was a Chinese-focused video sharing platform by ByteDance, which ByteDance is like the conglomerate that has TikTok now. So it was the lip syncing videos and the dancing, which literally people still do and get famous. These dumb ass dances that like everyone's just like doing the bare minimum and they get 1 billion views, which is crazy. But TikTok is like the new thing. Obviously, there are now 2 billion active users on TikTok. I have a TikTok. I like never use it. You have a TikTok.
I use it sometimes.
Yeah.
There's definitely, it's just like Instagram. There's like some really cool, engaging stuff. And then there's some stuff that makes me grip my teeth so hard that my teeth might explode. Like that stuff. Some of the dancing stuff is cute, but some of it's just like so annoying that it just drives me up off the wall. It's definitely like a younger person. Because it's like, you got to think, there's like literal like tweens that are on these apps. Yeah. So like, and that same shit somehow makes it to my feed, and I don't care at all. You know what I mean? Oh my
algorithm
God,
on TikTok is the worst.
It's trash.
So
Mine's trash. Yeah.
I just won't spend time on it because it's the worst.
I know. Yeah, it's like I mean, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's like you will be fed videos based off of like your viewing habits, like how long you spend time on videos. So I've been there where I'll be on a video that I don't like, but I stay on it because I'm like, I don't know. It's like this combination of disbelief and anger. And instead of just scrolling past, I boil in my anger. But because of that, I keep getting those types of videos.
I'll swipe quick.
I know you got to swipe quick. Okay. So
we have some honorable mentions.
Oh, sure.
Goodreads is a newer one that came out, I think, like a few years ago. And it's you put the books that you've read and then you rate them and then your friends can see what you're reading and get recommendations. I think this is like the most beautiful
That's cute and fun.
Form of social media.
That's cute and fun.
Likewise, there's Letterboxd, which is a movie. Same thing.
It's like reviews. You do a list of all the movies you've seen and, your rating. You can do like synopses and like what you think of them. I have an account, but I haven't done it yet, but some of my homies do. And that too, fun,
lighthearted.
Lighthearted.
And then you mentioned Nextdoor app, which is very similar.
Nextdoor's
like neighborhood. I mean, yeah, it's trash, but in the neighborhood can say like, we were broken into or our dog is missing or
there's informative stuff, but a lot of times it's just people complaining and people sell stuff. I actually when we used to live in Arvada, I got a job because I posted I did singing lessons. So that worked out.
Well, did it work out?
I shouldn't be teaching singing lessons. Let's be honest. But well, I knew more about vocals than this kid, so I'd like to think that I taught him some stuff, some like vocal technique and warm ups and exercises. But not for me.
Yeah,
I tried it.
You tried it. And then there's like Threads, which is a shoot off of Instagram, which is just like basically Twitter. You're just writing down your thoughts, and
it's it's their like competitor to Twitter or X, and it's like fine.
It's
I don't
fine.
like Threads.
Didn't take off that much. Okay,
cool.
So we've gotten to how well do you know your partner?
Or as we like to, babe, we already.
Sorry.
How well do you know your partner? Or as we like to call it, HWDY.
HWDY, you're right. HWDYKYP.
Let's do it from the beginning. So we'll say this next segment is our favorite segment.
Okay.
This next segment is our favorite segment. How well do you know your partner? Or as we like to call it, HWDYKYP. Yes!
Okay, so we're going to start off with what is Slex's favorite social media site?
Uh-oh.
Out of all the ones we've mentioned, unless there's a secret one you're on.
It's secretly chat roulette. I'm on it every night.
So my broken toe is healing, which is great news. And today, my sister's dog, the other one, goes running, and I go to grab him, and like freak accident, my thumb gets bent back all the way back, and now I feel like I sprained my thumb. It hurts so bad.
That stinks, babe. You're accident prone all of a sudden.
I'm mentioning that because it hurts to write a little bit.
Are you ready?
I am, 3, 2, 1. YouTube.
Yeah, I kind of said it.
Yeah, you did.
It's I mean, I love Instagram. I really do. But if I want to think about like true quality, YouTube's insane.
YouTube's great.
And like all the DJ sets you can pull up.
Oh, yeah.
And
like a jazz cafe.
A jazz cafe. And you can watch all the like SNL clips. You can get lost in holes big time.
Hot ones you can watch.
Stand up, like full specials. Mm-hmm. Yeah, YouTube rips.
Interviews with people. Oh, you love the house. Welcome to My Home, Vanity Fair, like where you see people's houses.
Oh, isn't that Architecture's Digest AD?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Diplo's house in Jamaica is like out of control. Anyways, okay.
Okay, what is Elise's favorite thing about Instagram? A boot. It's my favorite thing about Instagram.
If it's not your favorite, it's going to be up there. It'd be up there.
Okay.
Ready?
3, 2,
1. Cute animals.
Reels.
Oh.
I did think cute animals, though. Like funny things are my favorite, or cute animals.
So, but all on Reels. So I wasn't necessarily wrong. You like cute animals on Reels.
Okay. I thought cute animals in my head. 2 for 2, we'll call it.
Barely.
What is something that Slex might be embarrassed about posting on social media in his life?
Okay. I'm trying to think. Give me a sec. Oh. I feel like you won't get this.
Or maybe I will. So if you were wondering, we're drinking beer with a salt rim. And I know that might sound weird, but it literally makes Modelo so good. Ready? 3, 2, 1. An old song.
Oh. A dead mouse. At the beginning. Old song. That was probably be it. Oh, speaking of old songs, honorable mention, freaking SoundCloud. Come on now.
Yeah.
We don't need to get into that.
That's not really social as much, though.
Yeah, I guess because then it's Spotify social.
Right.
But SoundCloud is more social than Spotify because you can like comment, you can connect, you can follow. Well, you can follow on Spotify. Anyways, old song. That's a really good one. That might be it. I was thinking of this. in the early, when I first got an Instagram account, I was like at my friend's house, and we were walking through an alley, and there was a dead mouse in like by a dumpster, and I took a picture of it, and I posted like so hyped that I got to meet dead mouse.
Oh, that's fun. You're embarrassed by that?
It's like in poor taste. It's like disrespectful to the mouse.
That's true.
And it's like, it was like a gross picture.
Mm.
I mean, I guess not embarrassing, but like,
Is it still there if we scroll back far enough?
maybe I might have kept it. Like, and it's such a shitty picture because it's like I had like the Google Pixel 1 or whatever.
You did used to have.
I had
you used to be green
2 gens. I had an
until we started
HTC.
dating.
I had 2 different Androids that were pretty fire.
You didn't want to get rid of it. And I was like, get an iPhone.
And then I finally got the iPhone, and I haven't looked back. Yeah, I don't know if it's embarrassing, but that's the only thing I can think of. Do you think would you think that's funny?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe not embarrassing.
I wouldn't want to see a picture of a dead mouse, but I might like read it and be like, oh,
chuckle.
chuckle. Okay, and lastly, if I could have any celebrity or anyone in the world follow me on Instagram, who would I want it to be?
Wow. Okay. I feel like I'm going to be wrong. Oh, wait. I'll just go with it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Skrillex.
Zac Efron.
Really?
Yeah.
He was my first thought, but then I was like, no.
Yeah?
Zach, would you freak if he's followed you?
Yeah.
What would it matter? He's just a human.
He's
babe.
like watching me. That's awesome. Skrillex, I don't think would care. I mean, Zac Efron wouldn't care either, but I like to think Zac Efron would care. Skrillex would just be like, Skrillex probably like doesn't go on Instagram.
That's true.
You know?
I would freak out if Skrillex followed me. I'm reaching over to grab my phone because the next section is all mine, baby.
Yeah. So we got 2 kind of 3, but then you started to agree with me on the song thing. So I guess maybe we got 3 out of 4.
The song might be more embarrassing than the dead mouse thing.
So we'll say we got 3 of 4. And you did think of Zac Efron, so we'll say we got all 4.
Yes.
Nice job, baby.
Oh, your
It's
poor
okay.
thumb.
Yeah, it's okay.
And wait, I just realized some of you might not know. Dead mouse is the joke here is that it was an actual dead mouse, and dead mouse is like an electronic producer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the joke.
That's the joke. It's a good
It's
one.
also like it's like an okay joke.
It's okay. It's not the worst joke.
It's not the worst joke.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at our last segment of the show. Fact or fiction? And it's all me, baby. If you're not familiar with fact or fiction, I say statement, Elyse says fact or fiction. It's
pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. All right. Having amassed over 395 million subscribers, iShowSpeed is the most subscribed YouTube channel worldwide.
And what is that?
iShowSpeed?
Yes.
He's one guy. He's like a lifestyle vlogger. He does like reaction videos. He's a gamer. Like he's done a ton of like gaming campaigns on Fortnite. It's like fine. I follow him. He's really fast. That's his thing. So he's done foot races against like athletes. It's like all different shit. He's like does tons of stuff. He's absolutely world famous, but like in the vlogging world.
True.
False. He's actually
It's hard when I don't know who he is.
Well, I'm not lying. He actually is massive, and anyone who like knows what I'm talking about can attest. But he's not even in the top 10. Number 1 is Mr. Beast.
And
You know
that's
Mr. Beast.
The horse?
No. Are you thinking of like Mr. Ed? Mr. Ed, the 1960s sitcom? Mr. Beast, the guy that did Beast Games.
Oh, right.
He's like a philanthropist. He does all these crazy videos.
He's number 1.
Yeah, Mr. Beast has 395 million subscribers. And the weird part is, iShowSpeed isn't even in the top 10. T-Series from India. It's great. Well, brings up an interesting point. It's like there's such a vast world on YouTube worldwide that like there's so many massive people that I've never heard of.
It's like TikTok too.
That's true. Do you know who Vlad and Nikki are? They're from Russia, and they're number 5 in the world. Coco Melon, I've heard of. That's a kid's show. That's number 3 in the world.
Wow.
193 million subscribers. That's crazy. So yeah, Mr. Beast, y'all. That guy is a crazy entrepreneur.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's literally crazy to like have to keep thinking of content that people would be interested in over and over and over again.
They'll do stuff like like outrageous stuff like he's like, I'll pay my friend $100,000 if he can stay in a room alone for like a month or something. With food and like everything he needs, but he can't leave the room. Like challenges and stuff. Just like shit that like is absurd, but that you're like, click. You know what I mean? Like you want to see it.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well, that's social media, you guys. I would recommend stay on it because it's great connection, and like set a limit on your phone to how long you're on it. I think that's healthy.
Do not compare yourself to other people because they're probably doing the exact same thing to you. And
we only post our best moments. Yeah,
literally. Do you, and don't let social media suck your souls. Yeah. All right. Until next time.
We'll see you next time.
We don't know anything.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Peace.